Hey boys and girls, Mr. Spolsky back out at Mapleton's Got Gardens. That's right. Last year, you probably remember that we built the gardens, we added all the soil, and you guys helped me out with that. We even planted plants. Over the summer, we got a brand new fence around our garden. As you can tell, our garden has grown pretty rapidly. Now, one thing about the garden, when you enter the garden, you don't run in the garden. This is a classroom. We have tables. We have all sorts of good stuff out here. You cannot run in here because I don't want you to get hurt. Imagine tripping over one of these beds. That would not be good, but check out all this stuff that we have. Right here, we've got some squash growing. Look at that. And one of them, you can see, is just still a baby squash. We've got all sorts of amazing vegetables out here. But what we're gonna be doing is, we're gonna be exploring out in our garden. But for those of you right now who are watching this video, unfortunately it's raining outside and we can't go out today. Or it's really wet out here and way too muddy for you to be out here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just giving you a little tour of the garden. So again, we got some yellow squash. Right over here we have zucchini. Zucchini is another type of squash. So like one of my favorite, there we go, and look at this one. This one is perfect actually right now. I can pull it right up. Look at that. I can take this home and eat this tonight. Delicious. So that's what we got here. Now, these beds, unfortunately, as you can tell, these are once tomatoes. What is growing all over the place? We have weeds everywhere. Luckily, I've got some gloves. Because part of coming out here, some classes, we're gonna literally pull weeds. You know why? Because we need to get them out here so we can plant some new stuff in our garden. Look at this weed. Woo! You can see that soil's nice and wet still though. That's where these are growing. Look at that hair on that. Look at those roots. Are you kidding me? So, some of us might be coming out here some days and pulling some weeds. That's part of gardening. And that's part of taking good care of our outdoor garden. So we've got tomato beds. These tomatoes really never grew very well this summer. You can kind of see, okay, actually a few of them actually died because they either got too much water or not enough water. And as you can tell, nobody's mowing my lawn back here either. So we won't have to worry about this, but again, weeds, these are still pepper plants and they're actually, some of them are still growing and you can see a bell pepper right here. There's two of them right there. How yummy is that? Now, what's important when you're in the garden, even if the grass is growing, that we're safe in the garden. You're noticing the garden, that you see these sticks and these are actually for measuring. These are each 1 meter long. That way we can see how tall plants are and see how much things have grown. Over here we've got some more peppers. As you can tell, they aren't doing so hot. There's a couple of them that are still growing, but the weeds have taken over. I mean, look at this weed. They take nutrients from these plants, so that's what kills the plants too. Back here we've even got some sweet potatoes. Now these sweet potatoes are pretty small sweet potatoes, but we were able to pull a few of them. I think what we've learned is maybe we planted too many of them, or maybe we didn't plant enough, or maybe there wasn't just enough water. But there's a few of those and they're still growing. So if I walk back through here, remember, when you're in the garden, we don't ever want to run. We want to make sure that we use our tables properly, we sit in everything, we take good care of it. Our cages are not meant to ever be pulled up unless you're instructed to do so. They're made of metal. On the end, they could be sharp. I don't want anybody to ever get hurt. One other thing, when we're out in the garden sometimes, especially when we plant a new crop, which will be planting soon, at the end of August, our goal is to take all this out by the end of August, except for the ones that are growing, and then we're going to plant some new vegetables. But if you're ever using this, you don't use it to squirt a friend, use it to squirt a plant, okay? That's how we use it. So when we're in the garden, remember, we need to remember this is a classroom. This is a place where we learn about how things grow, where we learn about nature, we learn a lot about life science, and of course we learn a lot about working together. So, I'm sorry that we had some rain today, but you're gonna be out here in no time, and you won't be out here just with me. Your teachers will let you come out here too, because we've got a great and amazing learning environment out here. So I'm hoping you're looking forward to an amazing year at the garden, and I'm looking forward to eating some of these delicious vegetables that we're growing. All right, have fun.